Yeah, man, I bet you got some cool pictures of you too. Some cool pictures of you
Yeah.
on the bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to make sure we get them uploaded, man, so we can
Mhm.
see your freshness. Watch you do what you do at
Mhm.
the age of 10. I mean, come on, man. This is how stars is born.
Mhm.
You get in, you get out. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Mhm.
Get that good sponsorship, and that way they
Uh-huh.
can go ahead and take care of your bike, and you know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
I don't want to do nothing but just be your security. All you gotta do is call Big Uncle. I'll come make sure everybody clear the way, get out your way. Yeah, your security,
I
we get to rolling.
have like 5 sponsors, maybe like
Hey,
5 or so, maybe
that's
6.
that's what's up.
Yeah, I want to get more sponsors though.
Absolutely, because they gotta
Uh,
they gotta pay to take care of the bike and then put some money in your pockets.
mhm.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
All right, big fella. So you see what we got. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna kick this off, man. So what this do is this allows me
Mhm.
to make some shifts and do what I gotta do and
Mhm.
take care of what I gotta take care.
Okay.
So once again, man, welcome to Gears in the Rear.
Thank you.
Once and I got one of my young Sahas on. Like I said, Gears in the Rear is not just about cars. We try to bring everything to you,
Like dirt
anything with
bikes,
gears,
motorcycles, all that stuff.
all that good stuff, man. So
Uh-huh.
here we got to us, man. Today we got young Gage Butler. He's in the building. He's our young champ, and we got to
Yep.
give it up for young Gage one time. Give it up for him one time. Introduce yourself, man. Go on and tell us a little bit about
So
yourself.
I'm Gage Butler. I race motocross. I'm currently 10 years old and I ride 65 right now.
You ride 65 right now. What you a champion?
Huh?
What number are you in the champion? 65 or the 50?
50.
For the 50?
Yeah.
And then where you gonna place in the 65?
Second.
You gonna place second. You gonna
Because I
place.
unfortunately broke my arm.
Oh.
Yeah.
He broke his arm, you guys. But he's going to get back on the saddle.
Mhm.
Once again, man, this is your boy Mel P here on Gears in the Rear. We got Young Gage, man. Let's break us off into something good. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Mel P. Check it out. It's the podcast Gears in the Rear. It's where we're going to touch on the muscle cars. We're going to touch on the exotic cars. We're going to touch on the foreign cars. We're going to touch on the true expensive cars and how to make your car look expensive on a dime. Right on, right on. We back, y'all. We back with Young Gage in the building. Got my little motocross, my little dirt bike homie. This is my
Mhm.
guy. So one of the things I like to ask everybody, Gage, when
Yep.
we're on this show is, who got you into your sport? Who got you into this here bikes thing?
Eli Tomac and my dad. So let's first start off. Eli Tomac, he's a famous motocross racer. He currently races Supercross right now, and he currently just switched over to Yamaha,
Okay.
and he's doing pretty good in Supercross right now.
Okay, so you
And
follow
then,
him pretty heavy,
uh-huh,
pretty tough.
uh-huh,
Okay, and then last but not least, we know your ultimate superhero.
uh-huh. My dad,
Yeah.
he started racing street bikes, and then my Uma got me a little plastic little street bike motorcycle, and
Uh-huh.
then for Christmas my mom and dad got me an electric bike. Also my sister got an electric bike also,
Okay.
and I just started going from there. Then I moved up to a bike, then I moved up to a KTM Mini 50.
So how old it was when you got on your KTM? When you got off the electric to the big bike to
Four
the
years
gas?
old. 4 years
You
old.
was 4 years old.
Yeah, something like, yeah,
Do you know
like
I'm
that.
grown? I'm that times three, and I still need your electric bike. I need to start off on your electric bike. I've
That'd
never.
be too small.
That'd be
That's
too
small
small.
for me also.
Oh, okay. Well, I need
It
to.
was like maybe it was maybe to like here, maybe like
Well,
way down there.
maybe I need to find me a little big bike. A little
Yeah,
big bike.
there's
Something to
there
get me going because
yeah.
I don't know how to ride one, and I'm real curious to learn how to get one going. So now you went from electric
To gas.
to gas.
Yeah.
We're 4 years old, we riding
Uh-huh.
gas. How was that like? Talk to me about your 4-year-old adventure. The
It
switch.
was the first when I first got on the gas the KTM Mini. It was scary because I was scared. That was my first ever riding a gas bike, and then we just started in trails. My dad would take me out to Ladie Flats,
Okay.
and we would just ride there, ride trails. Sometimes I kind of got stuck.
Okay, so if you get stuck, what do you do when you get stuck?
Well, when I was on my 50, my dad would come and help me and pull the bike out of where I got stuck.
Okay.
Yeah, and we run out of gas one time. Well, not one time, a bunch of times at the D flats, and so my dad would sometimes we would or my bike or my chain would get like would come off, so my dad would hide my bike in the trees. Like literally, and then I would have to climb onto the back of his bike, and he'd just take me back.
Yeah.
And then, or if my bike ran out of gas, we would sometimes leave it in the tree or walk it back if we were.
So at this young age, you went from electric to gas.
Uh-huh.
Now we riding. You're learning how to do the clutch. You get stuck a little bit. You come.
Oh no, not on my 65. I've got stuck actually maybe 3 or 2 times.
Oh, okay. Okay. So now we riding, right? We riding, right? You got your first bike at 4.
Yep.
Now we graduating. We moving up. We riding. So how often do you ride?
So I practice with my coach. Well, my coach Devin Herringman. He rides Supercross. So we've been going back and forth. Sometimes with Devin on his off weeks, and then we'd go to Mike Smith, and I would practice. I'd practice like maybe 2 days a week, but not that much. We'd practice like 1 day a week, but we're gonna probably switch to going 2 days a week sometime.
Okay, so when you practice, right? You're young guy. You're hungry. You're out there trying to get on the throttle, and you're going.
Yep.
What are you practicing? You practicing getting in the lanes, how you jump the bike? What we doing?
Ruts, corner, shifting, and clutch.
Ooh. Okay, give it to me again one more time.
Ruts, corners, shifting, and clutch. Yeah.
Okay, and so you're getting your clutch speed up, where you're learning how to go through your gears.
Yeah.
Gear 1, Gear 2, Gear 3.
And Gear 4 and Gear 5. And then there's Gear 6, but I don't think I can get up to Gear 6 just right now.
Oh, okay. Well, it's okay. I mean, that's something to shoot for. That's something that you're aiming for, and you're riding. So so young Gage, how does this what's school like?
It's good. I go to On Track School. It has athletes in it. It's like basically an athlete school. It's this private school for like athletes who want to get bigger and who want to get like more better at riding.
More exposure to what they're riding and what they're doing. In case y'all didn't know, let me give you a little background about young Gage, right? So young Gage, father and I, Mr. Butler, we went on a couple of business adventures, and we also worked together, and he's one of my mentors. I look up to him. We talked about the school system, and we talked about how can our kids benefit from the school system, and are we getting support that we need, right? And so me and Mr. Butler walked in, and we tried to provide that for our school systems for our children. And one of the things he noticed was that his son was advanced in certain areas. And one of the things that we encourage other parents is if they know that their kids are excelling in certain things, to go out there and find what's best for your family, for your kids and your child. And that's what he did with our young fella here, young Gage. Young Gage has been riding. They've been out. They've been crushing it. They go out at least once a month to go compete and doing some things, man. And he got him in school to where now he's riding. So at 4-year-old, you got this nice
KTM Mini 50.
KTM Mini 50. CC.
Yeah.
At what age did you switch to the 65?
Oh, no. Then I switched up to Husqvarna 50cc.
Ooh, okay.
Like the KTM Mini is like a small version of the 50cc. But there's also a PW, but I didn't start off on a PW. Then I had the KTM.
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay. I started on the KTM Mini. Then I moved up to a taller bike, Husqvarna 50cc. It's like, it's actually a little bit more taller than the KTM Mini.
So it give you a little bit more height, and it give you a little bit more power.
Yeah.
So how old was you when you switched up to that one?
8.
So at 8. Okay, so you're making the transitions, you're making the progressions, you're getting to bigger bikes.
I read it when I was 7. Then I left it in the garage for about a year because it was too powerful, and I did not like it.
Oh, okay. So you had to respect the bike.
Yeah, so I did not like it. Like I said, I don't want to ride this anymore. And then when I got up to like Woodland, I crashed one time really badly and a couple times. And then
so you crashed again?
Oh. It was like this double kind of thing. I came up to it. I think I hit too much front brake, and I went over the bars, and I wanted to do the next race, and I think I did. I don't remember, but I did that, and then I kept doing that, and I got way better. And then I did Pac West, and then we did. So what's Pac West? Pac West is like this motocross series where, you can. There's like a bunch of different rounds. There's like the one. How many the rounds? So when you say rounds, let me slow you down a little bit. So Pac West is rounds. So your first round is entry level. Pac West is like a motocross racing series. Okay. There's like different rounds. The one that I did in Pac West, I had 10 rounds. Oh, okay. You had 10 rounds? And sometimes we'd have. So the first 2, I think, are all of Pac West that I've done. I think there's going to be the first 2 races are going to be at Woodland because they basically always do it at Woodland for the first 2 rounds. So how many times do you go around the track when you do the race? Sometimes, actually, maybe like when I did my 50, I did like 3 laps or 4. And then in those 3 or 4 laps, you have enough gas? Do you have to go back and? No. Is it kind of like racing where you got to go to the pit crew and get some extra gas, or do you just get on it? You just find your lane and you keep going? No, you don't go in the pits, but sometimes like famous riders, they run out of gas in their 20-minute motos, and I've seen like Ryan Dungey. He's really he's one of the most famous riders in the world right now. But he doesn't ride that much because. So have you ran? So when you race and you have your 3 laps, what are you thinking about when you're in your laps? Like walk me through one of your laps. Like talk me through. I sing. So that's you're a young singer. Oh. I just sing in my head. Like I sing different songs. Okay. And then when you do that, do you find your groove? Yeah. Are you looking for that groove in the track that keeps your speed going? And the lines are most important in riding. Well, tell me about the lines. What do you mean when you say they're most important? Like you want to find the best and fastest line. Well, not the fastest. Sometimes you have to go on the outside or the inside, and they might not be the fastest lines, but they can get you around the corner pretty well. Okay. Or just like the right line. If say the track is so rutted, you'd have to find the line to go through. Like if there's a bunch of ruts and you go, let's say if you cross rut and if you cross rut, it doesn't end well. It doesn't end well. So you got to find your line in wherever you are going. So then when you find your line, is other riders looking for that same line you're trying to find, or do you find the line with them? Sometimes, and then and then they other people in my class, they like try to take different lines to get around faster. Gotcha. That makes sense. Well, like I said, you guys, we got Young Gage up in here. We got Gears in the rear. I would like to give a shout out to 123 Burger. You know what I'm saying? It's a new up and coming burger joint that's should be opening around April 1st. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple of other things that we got going on. We definitely want to give a shout out to Brown and Carter Management. You know, those are another good people of ours who helps out the show and helps out Young Gage and
do what he do. And then we also, we got our guy at Omar and Carlos at Gresham Collisions. And we also got my man Vern, man. I'm just giving shout outs to black-owned businesses. If you got a black-owned business, man, tap in with Gears in the Rear. We'll give you a shout out so that way we'll know where we can go to, who we can go to, so we can get some things done. Once again, this is Gears in the Rear. We got to pay some bills. We'll get back at you in just a second.
Collisions, scratches, bodywork, general repairs, car accidents happen. Avoid the headaches with Gresham Collision Center. We'll work directly with your insurance company and get your car up and running like new. Book your appointment today at Gresham Collision Center, 150 Northeast Kelly Avenue in Gresham, Oregon, 97030.
All right, we back from paying the bills again. Once again, good shout out to my man out there at Gresham Collisions. Good shout outs to everybody else, man, in black-owned businesses. Please hit us at gearsintherear.com. You can definitely go on the IG. You can find us on all your social media platforms. Again, Young Gage, we got you in the building. Mm-hmm. You done jump bikes. You're 8 years old. You switched. You graduated to a bigger bike. Uh-huh. Now we 10. We 10. We got some races underneath our belt. Uh-huh. Talk to me about your championship run. How was that?
It was good. Wait, are you talking about in my 50 class?
In your 50 class.
Yeah, that was... It was, my dad did not like it that much because he had the 50s were so hard to clean, and then you'd have to fill the oil every single time you had to fix so much stuff after the races.
So when you out there, you burning a lot of oil, mm-hmm. you burning a lot of gas. Mm-hmm. You got to make sure everything is. So Pops is your mechanic crew. He's your pit crew right now.
Uh-huh. When I get faster and better, we're gonna try and get like a real pit crew, like a mechanic, and other stuff like that.
Okay, so you said the 50s is known for oil and gas. How many races did you have to do to get to the championship run?
So I had 10 rounds. In all those 10 rounds, there were 2 races. Mm-hmm. Actually, well, if you did like 3 or 4 classes, like there's different classes so there's like pro, intermediate, like there's pro, so
intermediate,
junior, and beginner.
Junior and beginner, okay.
Mm-hmm. And then there's 450s, 350s, 250s, 125, 685, super mini, then 85, then 65, then 50.
So
and
do
then
you
PW.
Do you have to win one race in all those classes?
Well, you can choose what classes you want to do. Like you can choose if you want to do, like maybe let's say you want to do the open class and the beginner class. Mm-hmm. You would have to do 4 races because there would be 2 races all in those races.
Okay.
Like you race 2 times.
That makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay, so talk to me about so do you practice dry clutching, like where you get on your bike and you practice shifting, or is that when you go out riding, you just find that groove and your gears?
I think maybe both.
A little bit of both?
Both, yeah.
A little bit of both?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I was young and upcoming and I'm like, I want to follow Gage and I want to do what Gage is doing, where can I go to get started with racing? Like, where did you go to learn or get involved with your first race?
Like the track that...
Yeah, what track?
Yeah. There's some really good tracks, but maybe... I would probably start at Woodland. Okay. Woodland MX. It is very like on rainy days it's terrible, but on like the good days, like sunny days, it's good there. But if it's like too sunny and then there's like some Big Berthas are like holes in the ground that you want to avoid, and then there's some braking bumps, and then it gets all sketchy and gnarly when it's like super hot and stuff.
Ooh, yeah. So listen, that's another question that I have for you. You're shooting a home run right now, Young Gage. You're shooting a home run.
Yeah.
What I was wanting to ask you about, did the rain deter you from riding? Or you got to
No.
be tough and ride
You
through the
gotta
rain?
be tough. But that's the first time I've ever won my first race was in the rain at
Ooh.
Woodland.
Okay. So you don't mind getting dirty?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So, in case y'all didn't know, we on Gears in the Rear. We have Young Gage. Young Gage has now suffered a slight setback.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about your setback.
So I was at Woodland MX. I hit this it was like brown but very light brown dirt, and it was all mushy.
Mm-hmm.
I went up right there. I took that line for some reason. I landed sideways, and it pushed me off the bike, like it threw me off the bike, and I landed in my arm, and my bone went that way and went up.
Okay.
Like it went away from my bone, like it cracked and went that way, and then went up.
So Gage has a broken right arm, but he's definitely looking to get. We're wishing him all the proper healing and everything for him to get himself back together. He's gonna be continuing the race. He's a big boy. He said he's gonna get back on that bike and do what he do. He's gonna try to go out there and win some more races. Again, Gage, we'd like to thank you at Gears in the Rear for coming up here, man, and just sharing your opportunity, man. We have us a motorbike racing champ we have up here, and thank you for educating us on the different bike levels too. I mean, as you move up and you get older, what's your dream bike?
When I get on like 85, I want to maybe switch to Kawasaki 2022.
Ooh.
Because and then I ride a 65 Husqvarna right now. But when I get up to Super Mini 125, 250, and 450, I'll be on Husqvarna.
Ooh, okay.
I might go on Kawasaki for my 85s.
Okay. Well, I'm not the sharpest tool in the bunch, but these bikes cost, man. So it look like we looking for some more sponsorship, and we definitely trying to see how can we win some more chips and get out there and get something going. And hopefully them guys is paying attention to us and see your interview and see that we have a champ here so they can start sponsoring and get you on one of their bikes. Yeah. Or if not, we got to put you to work, big fella. We got to figure out what you can do. Go get you, open up a couple more businesses so you can go on and get you another bike or two. It was a pleasure having you, my guy. Is there anything else you would like us to know about this motocross bike thing?
Yeah, I have an Instagram. It's all lowercase, Gage Butler 31, and there's no spaces.
Gage Butler, lower space 31. There's no spaces. You can find the champ on there. Instagram. Please go check him out. He got some videos loaded. He's going to be out and about. He's set back for about, 6 to 8 weeks, they said? How long they said you set out for?
Maybe 3 or 4 months.
Maybe 3 or 4 months?
Yep.
That's going to be cool. That gets you right in time for the rainy season to be gone. And we can get into some of that good dirt where it don't hurt and get into that good sunshine.
Yep.
What is your goals now? Do you have a goal that you're going to race in California? You want to race across the city?
Next year, I want to qualify for Loretta Lynn's.
Okay, where's that at?
It's in Tennessee, I'm pretty sure.
Ooh.
And so basically, you have to qualify, and you have to qualify like at like a couple races, a couple different places. And so there's
So one place will be here in Oregon.
Yeah, it would be at Washougal.
Okay, and then there'll be a place. Do you go down to California? Maybe have to qualify.
I don't know. No,
Okay.
There's Mammoth. I'm pretty sure you have to qualify there.
Okay, so what we'll do is on Gears in the Rear, we're gonna follow you. Gears in the Rear gonna follow you.
Okay.
We'll figure out what's going on. We'll keep the audience and keep everybody posted and keep everybody updated on what you do and what races you jump into. And hopefully one of these days when you're out there racing or even on a practice run, we'll bring Gears in the Rear out to the site and see you get down on the get down.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty dope, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be cool if Gears in the Rear can pull up and just record you doing some racing and talk to a few of your buddies and see how everything's going? I think that'd be pretty cool, wouldn't you say? Oh, okay. Well, again, man, it's your boy Mel P on Gears in the Rear. This is what we do. We bring you some different stuff, man, and we're going to continue to try to have this channel grow and keep it going. We got Young Gage here. Once again, we're going to give a shout-out to 123 Burger. They're in the building. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give a shout-out to my boy Vern. Shout-out to all the black businesses that's out there trying to keep this car game going, trying to keep these bikes and everything else going. We definitely want to give a shout-out to Brown and Carter Management. And again, the GMP podcast, Thorn City Syndicate, that's what we do. This is Gears in the Rear. It's your boy Mel P, Young Gage. Anything else you want to give them on the ones and twos before we get out of here?
Nah, I think that's it.
That's it? Thank you for being my guest, big fella. Appreciate you. And then one of these days we'll have your pops up here to talk about him because he rides too. He on them big boys. I remember when I met him, he was on, I call them crotch rockets. He called them something else.
He ain't riding anymore.
He not riding anymore, but he know all about them.
He might ride. He might race. I don't know, but he might race. He might get a 250. So he might want to get a 250.
You think you can pull him out of retirement, put him in one race?
Yeah.
You think you might do that?
Beat him.
Oh, okay. You want to pull him out of retirement to beat him? That's what I'm talking about, Young Gage. It ain't nothing like having friendly competition with your pops. Once again, man, thank y'all for tuning in. This is Gears in the Rear. This Young Gage. It's Mel P. We out. Hit that one more time for me. Right on, young fella. Right on, right on.